So the whole concept of this video was doing a 15 euro day trip to Narbonne to the beach, and I think that technically I achieved that. I don't know, there were some wrenches thrown into the mix at the end of this whole trip, so you can be the judge of that. I'm going to give you all of the information, but the point is that I want to show you how cheaply you can travel in Europe and how you can ball on a budget and still have a great time.
Hey, keep me where the light is, keep me where the bright is. Two left feet, can you show me where the ride is? I've been on the low side, I've been on the high side.
I am going to the beach with my friend from Instagram today, so I just got to the train station a little bit early because my host dad dropped me off, and I just went to the pharmacy to buy sunscreen and masks, and now I'm just gonna hang out in this area. I didn't include those purchases in the cost of the day because it's not a part of the trip itself, and I should have made them earlier. I'm honestly really proud of myself for making it through that interaction in the pharmacy. I was like, mon français n'est pas bon. And the guy was like, my English is not good either. And we managed. We got through the whole entire interaction. So the first thing we did was take a train to Toulouse, and then from there we took a train to Narbonne. The whole trip took about 2.5 hours, and both of the tickets together only cost €1. The process for taking the train is relatively normal again now, except for the fact that you're not supposed to sit directly next to people, and you also have to be wearing your face mask inside the train and the train station at all times. Because only one person could sit per pair of seats, we did end up all having to stand for the 1.5-hour long journey to Toulouse. During our 45-minute quote-unquote layover in Toulouse waiting for the next train, we didn't have time to do much, but we did have time to go and walk and see this canal that is right in front of the Toulouse train station. One of the best parts about France is the extravagant architecture. Like, this is just the Toulouse train station. Soon we were on our next train to Narbonne. Again, this was included in our €1 ticket price, so by this point in the day, we have still only spent €1 on this entire trip. Something that would have confused me is the fact that to get off these trains, the doors don't just open automatically, you actually have to press this button. So just a tip if you haven't traveled in Europe before and haven't seen that. When we got to Narbonne, we decided to grab a snack before we caught the bus to the beach, so I just got this little yogurt from the grocery store for €2.40. The bus to the beach was €1.70, so more expensive than both of our trains there, and it was cash only. Just a tip, if you're traveling in Europe, a lot of the buses will only take cash, so make sure that you have some on you. On the bus, my friend gave me some of her chocolate, which also helped tide me over until we got to the beach. We had decided that we wanted to eat at the beach. Just went to change in the bathroom. We're eating at a restaurant in front of the beach so that we can use their bathroom, and because we need lunch. This was our lunch. We split it between the two of us, and it was €7.25, and it was delicious. So as I mentioned, another reason why we had gone to a restaurant on the beach to eat is because we knew we needed to change into our swimsuits, and there are no such thing as public restrooms in France. After we got done eating, we headed to the grocery store and picked up 1 can of beer each. Mine cost €1.60, and then we finally headed out to enjoy the water. This beer was only €1.60. One of the beautiful things about going to the beach is that it is a completely free form of entertainment. I don't know why we just bought lunch, because our friends just bought us a whole pizza that they only ate half of, and they just left it here, and they're gone. They just came and left their pizza.
And this is enough for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Cheers. Our transportation home should have been the exact same as our transportation there, a €1.70 bus ride, and then a €1 train ticket back to Albi. However, there was a little bit of a snag with transportation, and instead we ended up getting stranded in Toulouse for the night. So the point is, if we hadn't gotten stranded in Toulouse and hadn't had to pay for a last-minute Airbnb and all of that different stuff, I would have met my goal almost. I would have been at 16 euros and 60 cents, which is really close to 15 euros. And there are definitely a couple of things that I could have done to bring those costs down even more. Like, for example, I could have gotten a 6 euro sandwich at that place instead of splitting a 14 euro and 50 cent dish. But the point that I want to make is that you can travel extremely cheaply in Europe. You can go around and see parts of France without spending a ton of money. I think that's the moral of this story. If you want to learn more about what happened in Toulouse and how we managed that whole situation, subscribe, hit like, comment, and look out for the next video that should be on that.